Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Ork Army Terrain. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is a Let's Build video. What are Let's Build videos and what they're all about? Well, Let's Build video, I'll take a model kit and I'll show you how to put it together. If there's any areas of concern on the sprue, as in anything's numbered on the sprue different to what the instructions say, I'll let you guys know. Sometimes it's different. This is different if the model in question is from a certain box set and you've got it from a different box set, and that might be the case sometimes. So I always show you what the piece looks like. If you suffer dyslexia or just struggle with instructions in general, this is a visual aid to help you. If there's pieces on the sprue that like chains and pipes, stuff like that, that are just very delicate and very careful to be, or there's a piece on the sprue that when you look at it, you look at it, it's a snip here or snip there, but you actually need a little peg. I'll give you guys a heads up, let you know. If you're interested in a new army or just adding models to an existing army you already have, but just not sure how difficult they are to build, these videos are to make it accessible to everyone, no matter your age or skill level. Yeah, so you would have seen from the thumbnail, I'm building this big boy, Ghazghkull, Thraka, for the start of the Ork Army, for the start of Orktober. So for all my regulars here, guys, I feel love, thank you very much. I'll see you in a minute. Right, so as always, I'll go through tools needed before I open the box up. I'm dreading seeing the sprue. It's such a big beast of a model. I'm dreading seeing the sprue. Anyway, mold line scraper. Now you can use a hobby knife or a surgical blade or something like that. But if you're using a sharp tool, just be careful because it's sharp, and let anyone else know in the house that you're using it, so nobody scares you by accident and you cut yourself and all that. Clippers, make sure it's all part of our kit. I do have some sanding sponge. I actually love this stuff, especially for piping and stuff. You see the bits are coming off of him here, and I think it's going to be essential. This is. You can get this in a hardware shop near the sandpaper or the wallpaper, somewhere in that sort of area. And plastic glue, because it is a plastic kit. I do have super glue at hand just in case, but I don't think I'm going to need this kit. So for everyone that's new, what we do now is we have a look at the sprues and we ascertain what's what, to make it a little bit easier for us. So instead of having a sprue that's got 200 pieces to it, say, and it's all confusing, and 50 of those pieces are optional pieces, it breaks down and makes it easier for you guys. Right, I've literally just taken it out and just setting the instructions up there. There is two bases. This is for Malachi, I think that's the little goblin's name, the little Gritchin's name, and this is Gaz's base. Okay, so put it on one side. Now I'm actually pleasantly surprised with the sprue, because I was expecting loads of little parts that go together and very complicated build, but this is lovely big pieces, absolutely fantastic. So there's his base that goes on his actual base, which is actually lovely. Look at the detail on that. That big goes on his head, I think. There's claw arms, some piping bits, there's a hook there, some more claw arms, and I even love the claw arms. Look at the detail on that. Let's get a good picture of that. Look at that. So a nice little paint down, and then it'll wash down the dry brush or whatever. That's going to be absolutely fantastic. This looks like legs. This is going on, which is fantastic. That looks like body, but I could be wrong. Then we've got this other sprue here. Right, so 2 sprues, not 8 sprues or 5 sprues on there. That's his backpack. Obviously I can see that's quite easy. Some more spikes. That's a mad little Gritchin. Or is that Malachi? Oh, that might be him. That might be a little dude himself, actually. Yeah, there's his banner pole, his head, his little arm. Looks like a body with another leg. So that's a tusk. That's amazing. Yeah, there's another leg there with the tusk coming off. Some amazing pieces. Look at that. There's bullets flying off. Absolutely. The only thing I'm worried about these bullets when they're glued to the model is if they get knocked and they snap off. That's the only thing I'm worried about with those. But yeah, so I'm going to finish getting set up and come back to you with the first pieces. Right, so the first piece we need is number 1, which is this piece here, the tusk on it. And we need number 2, which is this piece here. So this piece is going to go here. But I'm going to snip them both off, clean them down, and then I'll show you how they go on properly. Right, so this piece literally just fits on there, okay, like so. Now, to be honest with you, there isn't many casting lines that I've seen, but there's little bits like that, which is a bit of sprue left over. But I did give it a sand down as well as a scrape down. But don't worry about it when you come across things like that, okay? Do the best you can with it and then build the rest of the model, because chances are that piece there will be covered up with something. Or when you've built the model, there'll be a tiny little bit there and you just give it a little sand down or drop a little bit of plastic glue on it and then just get rid of it. So I'm going to glue that into place and then I'll come back to you then for the next piece. Right, so the next two pieces we need is number 4, which is this piece here. Let's give it all what it looks like. Yeah. So that little piece in the middle has to come off. Does it? No, it does not. Actually, it does not. No, it stays on there. There's 2 pins, I can see them. Yeah, so that's number 4. And the other piece we need is number 5, which is this piece here. Yeah. I'm going to strip them down, clean them down, and show you how they go together. Right, so this is very straightforward. So those 2 pins go into those 2 holes, like so. And then this piece glues on here, like so. Yeah, it's just this. Now I broke the pipe off trying to clean it down with the sanding sponge, so be very careful. That it's not a piece that has to stay there and, you know, models ruined. No, it's just be careful with that, guys. So I'm going to glue those pieces together and I'm going to come back to you for the next piece. Right, so the next piece we need is number 3, which is this tiny little piece here. I'm going to snip it, clean it, and I'll show you how it goes on. Right, it's very straightforward. So got his knee joint there, ready to put some glue into it. You've got this piece, the triangle's going up. It just slots in there like so. Very straightforward. Right, so the next 2 pieces are number 6, which is this lower leg piece with a massive tusk on it, and number 7, which is the other side of the foot. I'm going to snip it, clean it, show you how it goes on. So the same as the other side, that just slots in. Nice and easy, very simple. There does seem to be not a cast line, but a joining line down there. Let's just put a bit of plastic glue along that when you do it, and then seal that together. But it's very, very straightforward. Okay. It literally just slots into itself. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm very pleased with this build so far. It's a lot simpler than I thought it'd be. I thought it'd be putting this bit onto that bit and then that bit into there, and I thought it was going to be like so many parts. It's going to be very complicated, but it's very, very simple. It's an amazing build so far. I'm going to glue it together. I'll show you how it goes onto the big boy itself. So straightforward. It just slots in there like so. Yeah. So you see how that lines up at the top. It slides in there. Leg slides at the bottom there. Good. So I'm going to glue that into place and then come back for the next piece. Right, so the next 2 pieces needed. Let me knock at the camera. Number 8, which is this mad piece here, and number 9, which is this piece here. I'm going to snip them down, clean them down. I'll show you how they go together. Right, these 2 pieces, so simple. Number 8, number 9. As you guessed, they're just slide into there. I'm going to glue them into place, leave them to dry for a minute or 2, then I'm going to show you how they go onto the big boy himself. Right, that's very simple. This just slots over the top, like so. So I'm going to glue it into place, and then we'll come back for the next pieces. Now what we need is 26 and 27. I'm going to stiff and clean them. I'll show you how they go together. Very straightforward. So it just slots in there, like so. The only thing you have to do is go around with your glue. I need a little join lines. Let's give them a little rub down. There's very little to no mould lines on this. The only thing you have to be careful of is when you're taking it from the sprue, there's bits of sprue still attached a little bit here and there, and just piping so it doesn't actually break it off like I did. Now the next piece we need is number 28, which is this bad boy. I'm going to snip it, clean it, show you how it goes on. This is so straightforward. There's a hole, there's a little line divot there, there's a little pin there, there's a hole bit there, so that just slots in there like so, and goes on there like that. So I'm going to glue it into place and come back for the next piece. Right, so this is the next piece that we need. You'll be forgiven if you don't pull it in, but I'm going to show you how it goes on anyway. I'll try my best without breaking it because it looks very thin. But I'm going to snip it, clean it, and I'll show you how it goes on. So it literally just glues in the back there, like so. It's a bit like a mechanism to turn it on. Okay. So you'll be forgiven if you don't put that on, but it's not at the end of the world if you do or you don't. Right, so the next bit is that weird shape in there. There's a weird shape on his back there. That just slots in there like so. Very straightforward. And it's a funny angle, so when you put it in, it's at a funny angle. Well, it doesn't look like it's a funny angle, but it does go in at a weird angle, like when you put it on the back. So now I'm going to go for the next pieces. Okay, so the next two pieces is 31 and 30. Okay, so 30 go on this side of the model and 31 goes on that side of the model. So when I snip them off, I'm going to put one on one side, one the other, clean them down, put them back to those sides, and I'll show you how they go on. Right, so this is going to be very hard to show you, but basically there's a little pip there, and there's a little groove bit there that goes in that little gap down there. It goes in a funny angle, so I'm hard to show you. Something like that. Yeah. So you'll be forgiven if you don't get it right, but you see that? See this piece of my hand I'm moving? There's a little dip on it that just slots into there. So it looks something like that. Okay, and the other one goes the same on the other side. So I'm going to glue those into place and then come back to you for the next piece. Well, the next piece needed is number 33. I think this is where we're getting to the most difficult parts now. I'm going to snip it, clean it, show you how it goes on. And this is now one of those annoying fiddly bits. So this end of it, okay, it's like a hook, goes into just into there, and the other end goes into a little circle bit there. So it literally just sits in there and connects at the front there. Yeah, so that's how it looks. So I'm going to glue that into place and we'll go for the next pieces then. Right, so the next two pieces we need, number 16, which is this piece of arm, and number 15, which is this piece of gun. I'm going to snip them, clean them, show you how they go together. Again, this is very straightforward. You've got that little dip there, you've got that little bar there. So on here, you've got a little bar, and you've got that little dip, little square, sorry. So that literally just slots in there, and that connects onto there. So I'm going to glue that into place. Now we need number 17, which is this other side of the gun. Right, so as you guessed it, you see the two funny the little one there with two pins in it. The little piece there, there's no holes in it, but it just slots over the top like that. Now you've got rid of the join lines when you glue it together, but almost there with the arm. Next we need 18. Be very careful with this piece, guys. Now this piece, now you notice when I snip it off, there's 4 little legs on it. Okay, there's 2 holes that side and 2 the other side. So the 4 legs, it just sits on top like that. Now we need 19. That little square bit on the end, we need that, so just snip it here. Right, I'll put some glue in there, but there's a little divot in there. There's a little divot on that, and that literally just slides in there like so. So I'm going to sit and hold that in place. It's not going to stay. Like I mentioned afterwards. Don't worry about a little bit of plastic there. Drop a little plastic glue on that, that's all that out. Right, so now we need number 20. I'm going to snip it, clean it. I'll show you how it goes on. But then the next, we need number 3 of these guys, but they're all different numbers. So I'll just show you the next number and where it goes, and then I'll do it. Then the next number where it goes, do it, and then the 4th one. Okay, so first of all, we need number 20. Right, this is where it gets to be a pain in the ass, because the end of the gun has these 4 mad pieces on it. Okay, the number 20 goes in this top one here. On the inside there's a little divot, so your best thing is to put some glue on here, put it on, keep turning it until it slots into where it should be. Okay, should be something like that. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do, and I'll go on to the next one. Next one is 21. Okay, so I'm going to snip it, clean it. And 21 goes up on this corner here. So again, just put it on and just keep turning it around so it slots in. 22. That's a 22, again, same thing, goes in this bottom one here. Show you this one last time, it goes on, just keep twisting it around until it slots in. So there we go. The last one is 23, and it goes on the last slot, exactly the same as the others. Now another easy part, this piece here goes straight in there, literally just slots straight in. So messing around, no fiddling around with it, just slots straight in. I'm going to glue it into place. Now so the next 2 pieces are number 24, which is an amazing piece here with a little skull hanging off of it, and 25, which is this piece here. I'm going to snip and clean them, show you how they go together. Right, so these 2 pieces, the skull goes like that, spikes are along the top, and it literally just slots in like that. Okay, so I'm going to glue that into place, and I'll show you how it goes on the model itself. Right, so the problem I'm having, there's one big hole there, and one tiny little hole at the back there. So the big hole goes at the front here, yeah, and the other little one's going to go in here, but this is too big, I can't get into the angle, so I'm going to snip this pin down at the back just to make it so I can fit in. Right, well that works in nicely, and I actually approached it from this angle, just slid it over the top rather than trying to take it from the back here. It's a lot easier. Now the next piece I need is number 36 and 37. So there's 36, there's 37. So I'm going to snip them off, clean them down, I'll show you how they go together. Right, so number 37, there's this little spur, cog thing in the back. There's 2, you can see I've put some glue in already. There's 2 holes there. The other side only has 2 pins sticking out. This one has 2 pins sticking out, okay, and a little square the other side. So the 2 pins, they go into there. So that's what we got, going away like that. Okay. The next piece that we need, so this one is number, nope, number 38, which is this bad boy here. I'm going to snip it, clean it, and show you how it goes on. Now, so number 38 has the 2 pins that side. There's the 2 holes, sorry. There's 2 pins that side on this piece. Again, that just slots in like that. And it gives you this lovely little effect. So I'm going to glue that into place. Right, so the next 2 pieces are number 34 and 35. I'm going to snip and clean them, show you how they go together. Yeah, so this 34 and 35 go on the same as the other one. The square goes into the square, and that little bit has a little bit of slots in to the slot. So I'll glue that on, and I'll come back and show you how this all connects. Right, so you can see there's a pin there, and there's a hole there that literally just goes into there like so, which gives you the basis of the hand. I'm going to stick that on. Right, next piece I need is number 39. Right, so this piece, number 39, goes on exactly the same. Because you have a square bit there, square bit there. Just goes on just like that, and there's a pin bit there that connects into there. See how that goes on? I'm not going to push it in, but that's basically how it goes on. I'm going to glue that into place and work for the next piece. Right, next piece we need is number 41. This is a very easy build. So we've got 2 pins there, 2 holes on that just slots on there like so. Fantastic. Right, the next piece we need is number 40. So I'm going to snip it, clean it, show you how it goes on. This is very simple again. So you've got a big open space there. That just slots into there. Okay. Obviously you push it down, push it in, but that's how it goes in. So I'm going to glue it into place. And of course, this piece then just goes straight into there. How are we doing it? How's it go on? Like that. Okay, so you can see the little connection in there. We'll glue that into place. Come back to the next piece then. Now we need number 43, which has the skull on it as well. I'm going to snip it, clean it, so here it goes on. Again, this piece has a hole, and there's one of those dodgy little pins. It's supposed to slide over the top like that. It's on there. Of course, it goes on perfectly when I'm trying to. Now I'm going to take off a bit of glue on it, so I'm going to go on straight away. But that's how it goes on. So I'm going to glue it into place. Right, so the next one we need is number 42, which is this piece here. So I'm going to snip it, clean it, so here it goes on. This is a weird connection because there's a flattened piece there, and then there's a weird shaped piece there. Yeah. So the flat end goes in here, okay, and then this piece goes on there. So it's like that, okay. There's a slot somewhere in there, like that. No, I've got it the wrong way. There it goes. I can see it now. There's a little slot here. It just slots in there. No, that's the wrong way. I've got it. It goes on something like that. Anyway, so what I might do, I might just snip that little flat piece off the end there, because it's not, I can't seem to get that in there right. Yeah, it doesn't, it's meant to go like that. Actually, no, that looks right. Sort of. Anyway, that's what I'm going to glue it in, and I'm going to come back down for the next pipe. So the next one we need is number 44. Snip it, clean it. Again, this is one of those weird ones, because there's a funny little pip there, little hole, so I say, and there's another flat end that side. And it's supposed to go, you see a little pip sticking out there, something like on there, like so, and then connecting there. Okay, something like that. Now, I don't even think this one's right. I think it's close to being right, but I don't think it's perfect right. But you don't notice that. It looks not natural as it should be. I'm trying to figure out, does it go into the backpack there? Oh, I think it's meant to. Yeah, I think it's meant to go into that backpack, that little piece there. Yeah, I can see the little semicircle there now. Look. So yeah, it's supposed to go in there like that. So that's the same for the other side. That's where I messed it up. You fix that first. It's one of the joys of working with plastic glue. See, I've made the mistake there. I can now fix it, so now it's right. So that's how it goes. One end pips onto that little bit there, the other bit goes into a little semicircle there. Right, now we've got some interesting options. There's 2 different heads, which is I didn't realise, and then you can either have the bullets coming out of the gun, or you can have smoke coming out of the front of the gun. I think the smoke looks a lot cooler. Yeah, so the light's so close to the camera. Or you go with the bullets coming out. I think they're going to break off. I think that looks so much cooler. Now, if you, depending on which way you go, if you're going with the bullets coming out, that's how the base is going to be. Okay, I'm going to go with the smoke, so that's the way I'm going to do the base. So I'll be showing you how to do the base this way. Bear in mind, the 2 yellow squares are where he stands. When you look at the other one, it's on the pillar, on the flat thing, yeah? So anyway, I'm going to get the pieces together for the head and show you how that goes together. Right, so the first 2 pieces are number 46, which is this one here, and number 47, which is this lovely face here. Very straightforward. So you can see the tongue there. Head just goes over the top there like that. So you can see the tongue in there. Absolutely fantastic. I'm going to glue it in place. Come back for the next piece. Right, so the next piece is number 49. I don't know what the hell this does. Okay, now I see how it goes on. Right, so I'm going to snip it off, clean it, show you how it goes on. I haven't glued it into place, but it goes on like that. It's like a cog going into piping going into the side of his head. So I'm trying to focus on Gaz himself. So I'm going to glue that into place, and then I'll show you how the head goes on. Right, so it's pretty straightforward where this is going. There's 2 little grooves on the side, either side. There's the little bit that stick out there. It just slots in there, like so. I don't think I've got that on right. It goes in there like so. Okay, so I'm going to glue that into place and then come back to you for the next piece. The next piece we need is the base itself. So I'm going to snip it, clean it, show you how he goes onto it. Now, because I'm going with the smoke, this is the way the base sits, like this. It's actually a fantastic base. I love the space from his guy in the middle. But this bit is the back piece. So he sits like that. Okay. His legs either side. I was trying to do like that. No, he goes like that. So I'm going to glue him onto his base, as it's telling me to, and then come back for the next 2 pieces. Right, so the next 2 pieces are needed. And number 59, which is this crazy thing. I thought it was a hair or something, but it's not. 59 and 60. Now 59 goes in the top middle gun nozzle here, and 60 goes in the bottom one. So I'm going to snip them off, clean them down, and show you how they go in. And so each gun nozzle has a little hole in here, and there's a little, very tiny, it zooms in for me, pin bit here that slides onto it. So I'm going to glue the first one on and show you. The first one goes up here. It's going to be one of those ones that have to stick for a little, you have to hold for a bit. So I'm going to go camera and do that. And the other one then goes in the bottom here, and that too should have a little pin. Just goes in like that. I don't know if that's right. Doesn't look right to me. I don't think that actually matters. It still looks cool. I don't think that's on the wrong load, the bottom one. The top one's meant to be more that way around, but it still looks cool. So that's that. It's now freestanding on his base, which isn't always nice. Now the next piece we need, we're all on one sprue now. We need number 32, which is this piece here. It's a massive skull. I'm going to snip it clean to show you how it goes on. That's at this piece. Slots on there like so. Okay, so I'm going to glue that into place and then come back to you for the next piece. Next piece needed is number 50 and 51. So I'm going to snip and clean them and show you how they go together. It's another one of those very straightforward pieces. So you see the two connections, they just slot into each other like that. Let's give you that nice jaw. So I'm going to glue it into place and leave it to dry, and I'll come back to you again. So this jaw then, this lovely big iron jaw, just these slots in there, like so. Absolutely fantastic model. So I'm going to glue it into place and then we'll come back for his toes. Right, so the first one's for this spot, we need number 13, which is this one here, and number 14, should be on the other sprue I think. Where are we? Yeah, there's number 14 on the other sprue. So I'm going to snip those off. Number 13 goes this side, number 14 goes that side on the same foot. So I'm going to snip them off, put them in that order, and I'll show you how they go on. Right, so this is number 13. There is a pin. Let's just be careful because there's some horrible casting lines on this boy. And there's a hole there, and literally just slots in there like so. And then this one has a pin as well, and goes exactly the same on the other side. So I'm going to give this a little bit more clean down. So now look how this glue to the base, there's such a gap there. So I'm going to have to put a bit more glue in there, I think. That's where it's not just set down there properly, but I'll sort that out and I'll come back to you for the next two pieces then. Right, so for the other foot now, for this side, you need number 12. Now it's this one here. That goes this side, and then number 11, which goes that side. So I was same thing again, I'll snip them off, clean down, and I'm going to glue them in and show you because I've just done the same thing. And then you're going to glue them onto his base, and we'll come back for Malachi. Now, so onto Malachi, I think that's how you pronounce his name. I need number 52, which is this little one here, and number 53, which is this piece here. I'm going to snip and clean them and show you how they go together. So number 53, which is this little head piece, the body piece, his head goes on there, his little hand goes up there. Essentially his body. So the next piece we need is number 61, which is a weird little piece, which is this little weird piece here. So I'm going to snip it, clean it, and show you how it goes on. Right, so this little piece is a little helmet, but he has his foot rested up on this piece here. See where there's a bit of glue in there now? So his foot goes on there like so. So what I'm going to actually do, I'm going to chuck him onto his base. So he's messing around. The only thing left for his guy now is his standard top, which is number 54, which is this amazing piece. I'm going to snip it, clean it, and I'll show you how it goes on, but I'll snip this off quite carefully and clean that quite carefully because that looks very flimsy and weak. Right, this last piece is going to be a pain in the backside. Basically, there's the banner pole, and that just slots on top of there. There is nothing for it to hang on to, there is nothing for it to clip into. So what I'm going to actually, there's a little pin on your staff, and there's a little hole in the bone there. So that's going to go onto there, like so. So I'm going to glue that into place and hold that into place, and then I'll come back to you for the final thoughts and pretty pictures. I must say it's a mad standard top. It looks like it's touching the table, but it's not. It's very mad standard. So what do I think about thoughts and things on this model? Big old Gaz, I love it. Difficulty rating I'd give him probably a 5 or a 5. Yeah, I'd say 5. That's fair enough. A 5, yeah. And there's not many difficult parts on this model. I'd say these things at the top were the most difficult part, just to line them up properly. The piping gave me a little bit of problems, but only until I figured out where it is, how it goes on. The same with you guys now, you won't need to worry about that because you've seen how to do it. Apart from that though, I had a little piece on the head there. That gave me a bit of a confusion. I'm not sure what way that went on, but now I do. It's nice and easy. Yeah, I absolutely love this model. I love this detail on the claw. It was such a pleasure to paint that and dry brush that. And his base is absolutely fantastic as well, so much detail on it. And as for little Malachi, he's a great little model to build. The band is a pain in the ass. But what you should do with when you're building that is before you build Gaz, build this guy first, okay? But I would put the body together with the head, which is number 52 and 53. Then put number 54, which is the banner top, onto it. And then when that's dry, then come in with 61, which is this little thing he's resting his foot on, the head, the Imperial Guard head by the looks of it, and then put him on his base. And then tackle the big boy. Because, yeah, I'm lucky that the plastic goose held that and it's ready to go. But yeah, I'd give this model a 5. It's not too difficult. I mean, the shoulder pad did throw me off a little bit trying to get that in there. I'd have to slip that bit down. But apart from that, yeah, and the little bits on top of him, yeah, that's actually a fantastic build. It wasn't as a joyful build. I totally enjoyed building him. Not as much as my favourite build so far, which has been the Despoiler. He just practically built himself. But yeah, it's still a nice build. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I'm going to bring down some pretty pictures in a minute. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button, guys. It costs you absolutely nothing and helps the channel out in a massive, massive way. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. Any comments or suggestions or anything else, chuck them below. Everyone smash the thumbs up button so it triggers YouTube to send this video to more and more people, which helps this amazing community of ours grow more and more and more. Yeah, the beginning of Orktober, the Orks are going to be in full swing now. I don't have 2,000 points, but I do have a few things to put together. So there'll be a few Ork videos this month. Until next time, guys, thank you all for watching. I'll see you soon.